and it's gotten so crazy. I'm connected to a couple more, so even if that doesn't work out, they got some options. So
Definitely. Well, we are back. We are back, baby. We are back.
let's go.
Listen, I know a lot of people was asking, yo, we was waiting for y'all on Friday. I was like, yo,
We're out and
Friday.
about.
We was out and about. We was out and about.
You were with royalty, man. You were in the St. Francis Prep VIP section with some heavy hitters, man. Holy smokes,
A couple of my guys, was in the
unbelievable.
building. Derek Chivas, um, and Russ Williams, two of Catholic School's finest. Um, and they all both Hall of Famers at their school in Missouri at Manhattan College.
I was just gonna say Hall of Famers and like some of the nicest people you'll come across. So shout out those legends for sure. It was great running into them. Such gentlemen. I'm so glad you got some time to interview those guys. That was awesome.
Nah, it was dope. It was dope.
In the heat of the moment too, man. I mean, everybody, the music, the cheerleaders, the dance team, all of it. I mean, it was senior night for Big O. It was madness.
This is what we do, baby. This is what we do. Time to start the show.
Let's go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are back. Welcome to High School Basketball Weekly. I am your host, Glenn Poole Harding, with my guy,
Brian Reichert.
rocking that nice basketball heads hoodie, bro. You shining, bro. You
Let's
shining.
go, baby. Let's go.
No doubt. No doubt, man.
That last dunk, man, Anderson Diaz. I always gets me fired up for the show. Shout out our guy Shifty, getting some love at Auburn, man. I like that connection. I like that for the
Mmm.
Tigers, man.
Mmm.
It could be the front runners for Shifty. Let's see.
Yeah, I heard some major news going on with that guy, man. A lot of things going on with that guy.
Man, who knows what's going on with Mr. Diaz?
Yeah, man. Anything is possible. What was going on with you, B? Let's talk about before we
Yeah, I
bring on
was
our
gonna say
guests.
let's start on Thursday, man. The first day of the Lehigh Invitational, Wasatch against Lehigh, man. And I got to tell you, Wasatch is a top 10 team for a reason, Pooh.
Mm.
Probably the best defensive team I've seen, even with Dynamic Prep, Mount Verde, those big heavy hitters. These guys, holy smokes. They had three guards, Pooh. Creighton, UConn, and SF Austin. And then they got, Cheedy, who's a 4-star, and they got a 7-footer at the center. I mean, they were fantastic, very well coached. They hit a ton of shots, and they gave Lehigh a ton of fits.
How was our guy at Brewster? Did you see them play?
Yeah, Brewster was. They played a game on Friday
Was
night
it
while
Friday
we
night?
were
Yes.
at St. Francis Prep, and then Saturday I watched them play Lehigh in a dogfight, 66-63. Payday was so tough. Makai White, the youngster, 2028, got an Indiana offer right after the game, pretty much. I mean, he's an absolute monster, and this kid Antonio Pemberton, Pooh, in 2027, one of the most special kids in the class in the country. I mean, what a shot maker. He was hitting shots from all over the place. Lehigh was throwing everybody they could at him, and he was just hitting bucket after bucket. He was tremendous. I mean, Brewster was really impressive. Marcus Kerr, another guy who plays guard there, he kind of is like out of position, Pooh, playing the 4-man.
Right.
Sometimes even played the small 5 at times. I mean, he's about
Wow.
6'5", a junior, and he's got offers to Oklahoma State, a ton of other big schools. He was excellent, but it was good to see Luhai fight. I mean, the coaching staff who is giving it all day. Every possession, these guys are slapping the floor, going nuts, trying to get the bench going. I mean, Jay David, Coach Buck, these guys are doing such a good job coaching. They're just flat. They're missing their guy Mingo. They're missing the international player who tore his Achilles. But they're fighting. McKnight's been spectacular. And Musa was fantastic. In the two games I watched, he had about 35 points in the two games. Was making a lot of plays. Was 6 of 8 in the game. Was rebounding. You almost just wanted him to shoot even more. Be even more aggressive. But it was good to see Musa playing well.
Nah, it's always good to hear that, man.
Of course.
I'm very hard on that kid. I see them do some great things down the top 100 camp.
Yeah.
And to see him not do what he was doing there at Luha at the time that where I saw him was a little bit disappointing. But, we know he's an all-around player. I told, everybody that, throughout the year, man. So salute to Musa, man. Just keep working, young fella.
Getting stronger, getting more confident, and, getting back to that player where we've seen it in flashes of brilliance, and that's why he's the top 10 player in the country. Some guys even have him right around the top 5. So the potential is there. The production, we've seen it at times, but, he's definitely playing a lot better, which, like you said, it's great to see.
No doubt. Well, right now, we're about to bring on the number 1 team, first place team in the Brooklyn Queens Catholic School Division. Listen, these guys has been working hard all year. We talk about the Nazareth Kingsmen, and Coach Ervin has been put in multiple lineups with that deep bench that he has, and it's led by our guy AJ Moody, who we've been talking about. Now AJ, we seen come a long way as being a scoring point guard. To when I watched him play as Zavarian, the kid had about 13 assists. And I was just mind blown by saying, I'm seeing a whole different AJ.
Correct.
Right? We all know he can score. He got the jump shot. He's very shifty. Yeah. Man, but you see him turn into a playmaker. You see that Coach Ervin been working on him and helping him evolve as not only as a player, but as a playmaker.
Oh, yeah. He opens up the whole offense for them, right? He gets everybody going. He's such an underrated athlete. He's having a real good year, and he's stepping up against all these tough point guards every night. So, I'm really proud of the work that he's done, and he's really, showing that he's got a lot of potential even at the next level, Boo.
And he moved right into that top 20, baby. It's going to be released soon. Definitely going to be released soon. So, without further ado, let's bring on our guest tonight. Coach Gary Ervin, and the star point guard, A.J. Moody. Coach, what's happening?
How y'all doing, man? Can y'all see AJ?
No, let me see if I can.
All right,
there you go. There you go. Yes.
How y'all doing? Thanks for having us.
Thanks for coming on, Coach.
Yeah, appreciate you guys, man. Appreciate you guys. Yo, these guys look a lot alike, man. What's going on? hey, listen. I'm glad to have you guys on again. Super great win yesterday. It was a must win, right? Coach, going into this game, right? Knowing that St. Francis is just coming off a huge win against Holy Cross that Friday night. I wanted to come in and bring my cameraman and talk to you some, and you was like, nah, we need to focus on this game, and totally respected that, man. What were you telling your team, and what was the practice like that day before the big game?
I honestly, we had a tough one on Friday night, so
yeah,
we didn't have a physical practice, more of a mental practice, and kind of mapping out our game plan on how we want to play defense and, how we wanted to attack their zone because, it gives a lot of teams a little bit of problems. So that's how our practice went. And, it was just, basically you fighting for a championship, right? You want to celebrate small wins, and our goal at the beginning of the season was to be Brooklyn Queens division champs, right, and not look past anything. And that's something that we knew that was ahead of us, and we needed to play good versus a tough St. Francis team.
And coach, is that message something you leaned on at halftime? And were there also any adjustments that you felt that you guys could take advantage of? In that situation, how the game was kind of flowing.
I mean, of course, that's what the game is about, right? It's about
Mm-hmm.
adjustment, right? It's
Yep.
the last game of the season. They know what we like to do. We kind of know what they like to do as well. So halftime adjustments is always important. We did a few things to free up AJ going downhill with the zone, and kind of leaning on our shot makers and our athleticism and the backside, to see if we can make plays, whether it's AJ knocking down the shot or making the right plays.
Mm.
Man, he has so many people to pass it to. One guy that was two guys that I think is doesn't get enough credit, and that's Blakemore and Kamara. They find a way to score. They find a way to be around the ball to get those steals and make those hustle plays, but also does a lot for you guys offensively that make you guys a better team. AJ, what is it like playing with those guys and knowing you got an arsenal of weapons that you can get the ball to?
It's a blessing, honestly. I mean, they trust me getting them the ball as much as I trust them scoring the ball, if not more. So it's just like it's a blessing playing with them alongside them. And it's just trust. We just got trust for each other.
Mm. And AJ, kind of to piggyback on that, to hear Coach say, at halftime of the biggest game that he's kind of making that adjustment to free you up, get you the ball more. Talk about how important it is that you've been able to build that trust with Coach, and he's that confident with you, and the rest of the staff is as well.
It's just confidence. I mean, he instilled confidence in me. He instilled confidence that he trusts me in my decision making. So just always remembering that he got confidence in me as much as the coaching staff has confidence. So it was just coming down to making the plays when it came up to make it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Coach, your other leader and senior, Justin Delgado, who doesn't get enough credit for sacrificing this game for the betterment of the team. What do you talk to Justin about as far as the sacrifice he has to make, but also not losing the player that he is?
I think all the guys sacrifice, a lot. Obviously, he was third team last year, top 15 in the Catholic School League. But it's just he's one of those guys. He's our emotional leader. He's our leader, across the board when it comes to that. Him and AJ. So he's gonna do whatever it takes to actually win, right? And that's the biggest thing. You don't get a lot of kids in high school that plays to win and make winning plays. We ask a lot from him. After Halon left, and he's gotten better. He expanded his game. He can knock down the three. He can go inside out. He can, guard the point guards and pick and roll. So we ask for a lot from him, and he demands a lot, from his teammates as well. So, I mean, for us, we wouldn't be in this position, obviously, without him.
And, Coach, I love that you brought that up about Delgado. I think, he's a guy who you've been able to lean on a lot. What do you think the biggest difference between last year's team and this team is?
Honestly, a lot of people don't know and understand, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you look at our team, how the makeup is, you have only two guys that has experience. And that's AJ and Justin, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
I'm so happy that the expectations is high, for Nazareth, because what we have accomplished, the last few years and how we built our culture. But, this is one of those years to where we was doing it by committee, right? Jaden Blakemore was the third player with the most amount of playing time on our team. And he probably played about 10 minutes, 12 minutes. Sometimes he didn't play at all. We know what he could do, but we're a young team when it comes to that. We have no experience. Our starting five has 3 guys that barely played, right? So we're just, working day in and day out. And that's a testament to these young men, right? I demand a lot. I'm a passionate coach. I have my own style of coaching. I'm getting in my players' face, but I'm also patting them on the back when they're doing something right. And that's what these young men need. And obviously, you can see us winning Brooklyn Queens is because of their hard work and their dedication.
Coach, you know, as you approach, you know, your goal, right? Your first goal, winning 100 wins, 100 plus right now, right? Like, what was that feeling like? And tell the people just how many years you've been the head coach, so this all makes sense to everybody.
Yeah.
This is my 5th year. Obviously, it would be 6, but because of COVID and not having a year, it makes it my 5th year. But the goal was just to build a culture from the ground up, right? And it wasn't easy, right? My first year, we won 3 wins, right? So that within itself, right? But the culture and how hard we wanted to work was, the blueprint of what we were doing. And what I want people to understand is that, and you look across the city, we didn't have the guys that's top 20, top 50, right? And some people wouldn't even say that in the city, not even saying in the country, right? And we just worked every day, and I believed in my guys. I'm not one of those people that go out and get transfers. Whoever's in here, we're gonna work and we're gonna build, and our coach is going is going to put us in the right position. So I think that was important, and the development, right? And it also starts with people trusting us, because you got to remember, our first 2 years, 3 years, we were in the A division, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of people was kind of telling our guys not to come to Nashville because it's A and you could play in the AA. So all of these guys that's here right now is guys that came from the A and just progressed and, performing now on the highest level in New York City. And honestly, one of the best leagues in the country, if you ask me.
It's a fact.
And, Coach, I think a lot of the reason why you see Nazareth maybe high in the rankings as a young team, and you see a lot of the social media kind of believing it, is honestly a lot to do with you, Coach. You've done a really good job, especially like you said, people in the know do know that you do have a young roster. But also, I think this year has kind of allowed you to be a little bit of a different coach. I think you've seen it with Nazareth. You've seen the offense spread. It's a lot more balanced. And I think, as you've had guys like Halon and other tremendous guards this year, you've kind of, like you said, next man up, who's ever riding the hot hand. And it's kind of made you, I feel, a better coach and a more dynamic coach. It's allowed you to do other things that you want to do. Do you feel that may be the case with this kind of young team?
We always say strength in numbers. Our whole thing has been all year, if we can get 4 and 5 people in double figures, it's hard to beat us.
Love that.
And the games that we've lost is because we weren't able to get those 4 and 5 people in double figures. And I think that's what it is. We've always been a team that, we had a dynamic player in Halon and a few others, but whenever teams get 3 and 4 or 5 people in double figures, it's hard to kind of pinpoint. And I think that's kind of the unique part of our roster, is that you don't know who's going to get, that 17, 18 points a night, because, it's kind of spread it out. I think we're an underrated shooting team. I think we have some really good athletes. And honestly, funny when it comes to the rankings, I mean, I don't really pay attention to rankings, but when you guys,
yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
The other day, you got to understand, everything when I'm watching it is about motivation for our kids, right? So those are things I'm listening to me. I won't take it personal, but I also laugh at it. And when I see Nazareth at 7, it was kind of funny to me, right? Because what people don't understand is that besides stepping in the city, honestly, we had the toughest non-league schedule. We played every state champion from where it was at when we traveled. We played against Eagle Brooklyn. We played against Jefferson. Like, we played against tough teams. So, like, that's the point what it is. And I think that the only thing about me is I want praise for them. Like, I don't care about me, right? I had my chance to do it when I played, but I'm passionate not about what I have going on. It's about these kids getting the recognition and the love that they deserve, because they put in a lot of work to get to this point.
Well, remember, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And wait till you see the next one that comes out that I'm putting out in the next couple of days. All right. AJ, listen, people don't know that you were one of the more revered 8th graders in all of New York City. and you had a chance to go anywhere, why did you decide to pick Nazareth at the school that you wanted to, play out your career?
Honestly, it was just like seeing where I wanted my future to be and who's like better to go to than somebody who did it himself. Honestly, that's is no other reason than that. That's plain and simple.
And AJ, what would you say are the biggest like things that you've kind of had to work on maybe in the off season and even during the season to kind of prepare yourself for this senior year and kind of final push?
Um, Things that I had to work on and I like Coach G instilled in me. That's basically what he was asking me. Is like my patience and pace. I had to watch more film on people that came before me, like Tristan Rogers and like Eli Witter, just to say a few. But like I had to see who did it before me and just pick up little things that I didn't have in my game. Like pace was a really big problem with me because I always used to just do things at one pace, and then Coach G and all the coaches was like, "Oh, you got to change up your pace." So like during the off season, that's what we was really working on: my pace, my decision making, and obviously people seeing the difference in my playmaking since then.
100%.
Man, I was so amazed at just sitting there watch you play, the Nazareth game. I was talking to your dad and I was just letting them know, like, yo, I see so much growth in your game. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I see anyone this year get 13 assists. And maybe I start losing count after a while. But I'm just sitting here going, damn, damn. And, you know, passes that you usually take the shot on, I watch you come up and breathe up, play with the corners and man, like you playing with some of the most elite players in the city, and to come at Nazareth and be the strong point guard and transform the way you have, over the years. Of course, is we want to credit G, man, but we definitely want to give credit to yourself, man. And this is why one of the reasons why we wanted to bring you on tonight to highlight you and let the world know and people know that if they going to look to invest in their time and their uniforms and whatever they need to do to get you to the next level, man, they definitely should. Because you are definitely one of the best point guards in New York City, and we're definitely proud, man. We're definitely proud. Now, again, with all this praise, right? Have you learned to accept some of the criticism that G give you? Because I know he's behind you 100%, but I know sometimes it could be, G get on you during the game. how does No, I'm just talking about like throughout the years, like when did you start to say, you know what, I'm not going to take it personal and just focus on the game? When did that click? What year was that?
It was like it took a minute. I ain't gonna lie, it took a minute because even though like I would say we have like one of the stronger relationships because
Yeah.
like point guard the coach, we have a stronger relationship. So we always bump heads. Even though we always know it's out of love. So no matter what he says to me, I always know it's out of love. So that really clicked. I would say like end of 10th grade year going into 11th. And then we was bumping heads a lot. And then it clicked right when 12th senior year started. So that's why I feel like it really clicked for us.
I kind of see the same thing because I saw it and I just saw the maturation with you guys and especially yourself. So that's dope.
Yeah, and it doesn't happen often. Sometimes it'll click when these guys are in college or they're done with the game. Coach is really looking out for me. But I also want to bring up another part. We talk a ton about your relationship with Coach here, but what about the rest of the coaching staff at Nazareth? Because there's a lot of guys who have a ton of passion for the game and have helped kids over the years. And you even see some of the other people post about how many wins they have as an assistant or as part of the program. You love to see that. How important is the rest of the guys who help out that varsity team?
Everybody, I feel like is very important because a lot of our coaches it don't get like the recognition that they deserve. Like Coach Mike, Coach Lito, Coach Reese, Coach Maine, they don't really get the recognition. Coach Lenny too, and they don't really get the recognition that Coach G get. But that's really how it goes, honestly. But I feel like they're very important because they all give you something that I'm not gonna say Coach G can't give, but a different perspective on how the coaching world is, and they all come together. They like one mind, to be honest with you. So if one coach is telling you, then the next coach is bringing you up. So it's just like they're all on the same page, like every time.
Coach, who who do you take pointers for as far as making sure you know all the fouls, which calls the referees are making? Like, I watch you keep everybody on point, and I think some coaches don't have the ability, right, to show their skills, their coaching skills, but also be able to keep the referees and the table on point, knowing how many fouls each player has on the other team. Gee, I watch you, and it amazes me sometimes how much all the stuff you keep in your mind during the game. Where did you learn that from?
I've been like that as a player. Honestly, that's what it really was. I knew who was in foul trouble, what big, what guard, how can I attack, things like that. Is because, I mean, I'm obsessed with the game of basketball, right? I don't just love it. I'm obsessed with it, and I'm watching it all day, every day. I'm watching film. I'm watching film of my overseas stuff to see how I could tweak some of the things that we're doing. It's just my passionate love for it. Honestly, like to just, you got. I mean, you got to have a mind for it. And obviously, I was blessed, to play the game and think the game at a high level. So that's what it really is, And you got somebody on our staff, like I won't pinpoint. I could pinpoint all of them, but like we all know, Coach Mike has been here since day one with me,
Yep.
from the ground up. So whatever I win, he wins. When I was coaching McDonald's game, he was coaching. He just wasn't on the court. When I coached the Jordan game, he coached the Jordan game, right? Like, so that's how it is when it comes to me and him, first and foremost. And then everybody else, is kind of following suit, right? I trust him with anything. And I think that's the biggest part. And he has a really good mind. He came up under Todd, who, is probably the winningest coach in Nazareth history and won championship. So that's what it really is. I mean, I'm probably going to go home and watch some film, and we don't play for another 10 days, right? So it's just who I am. I can't help myself. I mean, like sometimes I try, but it don't work in my favor when it comes to that.
And Coach, how do you balance, like, especially being a player, at your level? I can't even imagine. You must just go nuts. But how do you kind of balance the let the kids play to, like kind of run some sets, and especially, you guys run some great stuff, when you guys get kind of stuck in the half court, always run some good action. How often do you feel like sometimes I should maybe let them play a little bit more, or maybe I should have a little bit more structure? How do you kind of balance that out?
Then they need to just go play first. So when you see us going to get plays, it's because we're overthinking. You know what I mean? Like, and a lot of that comes from practice, right? Because you want to be really good in your sets, right? Because once you start getting down to this, part of the season, which is playoffs, it's a possession game, right? So every possession count, right? So if we're stagnant, we got to get into something that I know that, we can execute and there's reads to it. But for the most part, let's push first. Like, I want to push, and then we don't have nothing. Let's get into our secondary, right? If it's a dead ball, it's a timeout or a free throw, then we'll run a play, right? I want to push and push the tempo, because I think that if we get into the paint, we have some shooters and some athletic guys that can do some things, right? So I think that's how you want to do it. My mind is crazy. I'm always going to think of something new, while the play is going on, and I be changing it. But it's just how I am.
AJ, how has Nazareth shaped you off the court? Like, what are some of the things that you're going to take with you forever, that you've been with Naz for all these years? What are some of the things you're going to take with you to the next level?
I feel like they shaped me into a young man, honestly. Like, the way I treat people, the way I greet people, the way I talk to people that might not, I'm not gonna say disrespect me, but not might have the utmost respect for me, because like that's all about like image and like stuff like that. So it's like things like that, like gratitude, stuff like that, like respect that you could have for people. So stuff like that, honestly, for me, that was what I got taught in Nazareth.
No doubt.
And AJ, how important has like the fans and the support of just everybody in that Nazareth community? I mean, The gym looks great. It's packed every game. I mean, your cheerleaders are awesome. It's just a great environment every time you go to Nazareth. Can you talk about how that kind of has an effect on you and your development over the years?
It was big because even like my 10th grade year, everybody was supporting me. Like
Yes.
everybody was supporting me, even though I might not play.
Hmm.
Everybody was like, "Listen, you gonna be big for us in a couple years or next year." And then like everybody's just supporting. We a big family, honestly. Everybody love each other. Everybody supports each other from the first man to the 14th, even to the manager. Honestly, so like even in life, not even just in basketball. So that really just shaped us into like a big family, and that's really was big for me in my development.
Mm.
Yo, hey, you taking pictures with little kids, like you kissing babies, like
Fan favorite.
like you know what I'm saying, like you the politician of the whole team over there, man. Like when you play against certain players, like you don't have to name them, but knowing that you play in one of the toughest leagues every night, do you look forward to those challenges every night?
100%.
You had a big battle the other night with Christian, right? I seen the footage for that, and man, I just like this kid. You won't back down if you've never been like that. Like, do you look forward to those challenges?
100%. I look forward to them, and even if I'm not looking forward to them, my coach is gonna make sure I'm looking forward to it. So so it's just like it's just second nature, honestly.
And you've been around some great guards, AJ, and we talked about your matchup with like Christian. Who are some other guards that have kind of impressed you over your years that haven't been on Nazareth that you've come across, even in some non-league stuff or in the league? Who are some guys that you've either played or seen that have impressed you?
I feel like every guard that I played against, it was probably something special about them. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't pinpoint a certain name or a certain amount of names, but I mean, obviously, there've been a lot of guards that I've played. We've played. I mean, you like we said it. We played the best. We play in one of the best leagues in the nation, honestly. So it's like honestly a lot of people. So I couldn't really pinpoint a certain amount of names.
Fair.
Coach, you brought up one of my favorite freshmen in the city to play varsity. And man, this kid is unbelievable. Mr. Narcisse, he is unbelievable. I think he's going to be a star. What has he added to your team, and what took you so long?
Oh
Everything
man.
everything is about patience, right? He was a varsity player from the minute he stepped in our school, right? And it was just about getting his feet wet, right? Playing freshman for a little bit. And I feel that what he brings to the table, we are actually missing,
Yeah.
right? He's definitely wise for a young man, right? He plays with a certain amount of poise that if you never seen him play, you wouldn't have known he was a freshman, right? He's got athleticism. He got long arms. He playmaker. He's just a really good basketball player, right? And I felt that it was, at the right time, right? I feel like we were missing, like, it's kind of funny for a young team. We were missing a young athlete, right? I felt like we had a little bit of the experience. So you see how many seniors we had, but it was kind of the vets with, the young fella. So I felt like that we needed that. And from day one, he was playing well, and I'm going to be honest. I don't think that he's one of the best. I think he's the best freshman in the city, right? I don't care if he's just came up to varsity and people have been playing varsity all year, right? We played against two really, really, really good freshmen yesterday. And Narcisse yesterday could have been one of the best players on the floor, not in class, just period.
He
Right?
was.
His will to make plays, with his pass and his athleticism, catching lobs, threes, offensive rebounds. That's what he brings to our team.
Yo, B, AJ got the ball, and you just knew, like, he was going to throw this lob. But you ain't think it was going to be to the freshman. Man, I'm
He's
talking
got
about
confidence, man.
from deep, and the kid caught it and put it in with ease. I watched the kid, all summer. The Breville Basketball League, he actually won MVP, the junior high school championship. And his team won it. So I've been watching him for a while, man. And to see, I told G yesterday, I said, man, he's definitely the piece, you guys been missing, man. And he's definitely gonna add to what Nazareth already has. Yeah.
And obviously this is some inside information, but we got to ask the question. So AJ, when you hear the news of this, how do you guys feel? Obviously, you guys have been doing so well, but you hear you're getting another weapon. How do you take it, and how do you feel like the rest of the team takes it when you guys hear that he's coming up?
Listen, we all accepted it. Honestly, we was happy, honestly, because he brings something that we don't have.
Love it.
And at the end of the day, all of us have one thing on our mind, and that's the win. So if he brings that to the table, it's not no if. He brings that to the table, and we accepted that.
Well said.
Now, again, this is your senior year. Have you been getting any offers? Any look for any schools out there?
I have, but that always been what's the name? Been with my coaches and my parents. They all take care of that. So I'll be the wrong person to ask.
I can answer that. Yes, he's getting some looks. He's got a few Division I looks.
Nice.
We're just looking for the film, and we've had conversations and they really like him. And then he has some, D2 looks, like Caldwell and Malloy and Lincoln, like university, but we're just taking his time. This is a young man. He's 17 years old, right? He's gonna graduate at 17, right? So, I mean, he has a lot. It's a lot to talk about, and be patient, right? Going into college at 17, early 18, if it's something that makes sense, yes. But in this day and age, what we got to understand is people that get 6 years, almost 7 years of college, right? And they should be changing the rules and giving these young men 5 years of high school, right? Something that, like if you're thinking about the athletes, what's going on, right?
Yeah.
It kind of hurts us, when it comes to that, right? So it's kind of difficult. And, a lot of these coaches are not looking at high school kids for the simple fact of what's going on. They got guys that coming from the G League, guys that put on NBA uniforms that's trying to go back to college, which is absurd, but this is the real day and age of what's going on. So we got to kind of look at all of the right, opportunities and which makes sense and what doesn't make sense, and, not put him in a bad situation, right? Because who is about? It's about him, right?
That's
and
right.
He's going to make the final decision. But when you have somebody like me and the rest of, the coaching staff and their parents that, for me, that been through it and that had to go down that road, I'm definitely not going to allow him to make a hard decision, not only because I'm his coach or whatever you want to say, mentor, but, I watched this kid grow up, in my eyes for 4 years. So this is not something that's really about basketball. It's about life. And that's why I'm so hard, because once they leave here, it's a different world outside, right? And you got to be ready and prepared for it. So that's what that's about.
Yeah, and AJ, every time anyone's always asked me, I said AJ, I think is going to have his own journey. But Coach, you and I both know, and AJ knows as well, this playoff run is where you cement your legacy, and you are seen by a lot of people that may not see you during the regular season, and this is your chance to put on. So, how important is this, not only for you, but for your, to make your coach proud this playoff run? Because we talked about the first goal winning the BQ, but we know you guys aren't done. You guys have championship aspirations. So how important would it be to you to get to that championship game for your coach?
I'm gonna just say one thing. I'm already proud, right? He got college offers, so he got the championship already. But he can speak for himself with that.
Honestly, it's gonna be very important, because even though we don't want to stop here. I mean, we just got a taste of what we really want, honestly. So it's just taking this and knowing everything got to take a step further now. Just because we know how it feels, it means we celebrate small victories. We know how it feels to win a championship in our division. So it's really like, we feel like the city's overlooking us, and we got a lot of people to prove wrong. So it's very important.
No doubt, no
Like
doubt.
y'all, like y'all, like y'all, like y'all, like
Go
y'all,
ahead.
like y'all. This is season 3. You from Brooklyn. You ain't come see us in the preseason runs. No, none of that. You one of those people that's overlooking us, right? So we want to prove you wrong too, right? And that's what it's about, right? You guys got a job to do, right? And it's not about anything else. But I couldn't wait to come over here and say that and get at y'all for that, because it's all love. But we wanna not just prove everybody else wrong, but y'all two are part of that crew, right? Y'all always show love, but it's like that.
Oh, coach, I love
Yo, whether you don't know it or
it. I
not,
love
we
it. I love it.
we we kind of started the preseason runs with you.
Listen,
We didn't do it how we doing it now because we kind of evolved,
Yeah, so
right?
you got to
The evolution. Oh no, we definitely gonna come back. We definitely gonna come back. We definitely gonna come back. Look, 5 years, man. We've been trying to make sure we get everybody and see everyone. Today I just went to a Banneker game. Saw the guys yesterday at your school. They was like, "Yo, when you come to Banneker?" I said, "Y'all got you on the schedule to come tomorrow." Right? So there you go. There you go. So we got y'all scheduling for next year for sure. Preseason runs. Y'all heard it here first, y'all. Y'all heard it here first.
Yo, he did you wrong, AJ.
Yo, it's crazy. Hey. I said, yo, my cameraman here, G. I'm gonna come down. I'm gonna come talk to you in the gym. We're gonna go do this in the gym, but y'all have bigger fish to fry. So I respect that. Right?
Oh, we still got to get it done though. This is just the stuff that me and Tiny need to sit down and talk about. So
Oh, you talking about?
oh yeah.
that's the one I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. Now I was coming to focus on
Get him,
you,
coach.
AJ, and the rest of the guys.
They need this, right? This is just something big. It was kind of funny because if you can see, we actually at Nazareth right now. Our girls just had senior night versus Scanlon, and it was rocking downstairs. So when y'all see me looking up, I was looking up at the screen while they was playing, right? And I thought about bringing my whole team up here to sit, right? Because we're the two guys that's up here, but our whole team is the reason why we accomplished what we have so far, right? And it's not easy to do, and it's definitely, we don't take it for granted. And this young man is a big part of it. And I do want to say this. I don't know when we end in this, but I do want to say pound for pound, he's the best point guard in the Capital School League. He's one of the best shooters. He's super underrated when it comes to athleticism, right? His IQ is big, and I just don't want him to get overlooked, right? Because we know that stuff like social media and things like this or what you're doing can help a guy get into college or get recognition, nowadays, right? And he's one of those guys that's sitting here right now that, not can use that, but he deserves it as well.
No doubt. And AJ, you're an easy guy to advocate for. Anytime somebody watches you play, you play with such passion, and you're a fan favorite. You talked about it. When you took over, this year and was definitely becoming one of the leaders. Talk about the pressure that you kind of felt, and you kind of stepped up and handled it easy. But talk about the off season and becoming the guy, becoming one of the leaders.
It was pressure, but I've just learned to embrace it. Honestly, that's the best way to take. That's the best way to take it. I mean, that's what the coaches.
Excellent.
That's what the coaches instilled in me. Embrace the pressure. So whenever it was a high intensity game, whenever I just had to embrace it and really sat there and just like have confidence in myself and embrace the confidence that my teammates give me also, because that's also a big reason why I'm sitting here right now. My teammates. I couldn't really say nothing. Like Justin, y'all saying Justin take a back seat, but honestly, everybody, like he said, everybody took a back seat to get where we wanted to be and get where we're gonna be, honestly.
Nazareth way, man. Kingsman, all the way. All right, listen, AJ, we're gonna have some fun with you real quick. G, sit back. This is AJ's time. Hey, coach, let's run through the 1 minute drill.
All right. AJ, do you have any hobbies that we should know about off the court?
I don't really have a lot of hobbies, but I like spending time with my brother. Honestly, that really gives me joy. So whatever he likes, he want to do. He likes music, so he likes drumming. He likes stuff like that. So just spending time with him, listening to what he got to do, spending time with him. You could say that's my hobby.
That's your little twin too, man.
Yeah.
No doubt.
I like that. Do you have any pregame superstitions? Do you have to have a certain meal? Do you have to have a certain song? What are you doing pregame to get ready?
Honestly, I pray, and I got some blessed oil that I always put on my chest. I put like a cross on my chest just to show like everything, like glory to God. Basically, that's basically what I do. Everything. That's my pregame superstition.
I like that. All right, now listen. I know you're young, and I know these Nazareth guys are never gonna admit it, Pooh. But who is the first guy, and it could even be in practice, that kind of gave you that welcome to varsity moment, AJ, where you were like, holy smokes, whether he gave you that extra shoulder bump or that box out and you were out of bounds in a second, one of those moments.
I feel like I had a lot, but mainly what I could remember was Trishan, my 10th grade year. And
Yep.
I usually always used to come to practice. We usually say at that time it was always like 30 minutes before practice. But I would come there and Trish will already be there shooting around, getting ready for practice. And that was really it. Like every run that we had, he would always come in first.
Yeah.
Everything he would do, he'll be first. We would go up and down. He'll always try to, and he would always try to beat me and everything just to show me that that's how I have to be when I get to that level where he was at. So that was my welcome to varsity moment.
I love that. And what a great kid to learn from, one of my favorite kids to ever watch play under coach. Who do you model your game after, and do you have a favorite NBA player?
My favorite NBA players change. I just like watching basketball, to be honest with you. So like just players that play with that edge, like Anthony Edwards. Like I'll watch Curry.
I think there may be a spaceship that's flying over Nazareth right now.
Yeah, so I like watching competitive players.
Hold on for a sec. Yo, you hear me, coach?
Yeah, I'm good.
He's buffering. Make sure when he come back, he's good.
I don't know if I can hear you. Can you hear me?
He's still talking. AJ, you're buffering.
I'm still buffering?
You're okay now. I don't know if Pooh's okay. Can you hear me, AJ?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Nah, come back into the studio.
Oh, I don't know.
You good over here, right?
I think I'm okay. I don't know if Pooh's okay.
Are you okay?
I don't think
you can hear
okay.
us okay, right?
I can hear you okay. You guys are good.
I'm about to say.
All right, we're going to wait for him to come back. Yo, AJ, G, we right here waiting for you guys. Hey, listen.
You want me to leave? All right.
Yo, B, you froze too? Everybody froze. What the hell is going on? My people in the chat, if you hear me, there you go. AJ is back in. There you go, B. There you go. Hello, AJ, you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, we couldn't hear you.
You can hear me now?
I can hear you now, but we
All
couldn't
right,
hear
cool.
you.
All right, cool.
AJ, you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear both of y'all.
Sorry. So I'll repeat the question. I think I asked you, who is your favorite player, and you said you changed. But who else do you kind of base your game off of, if anybody?
I mean, I watch a lot of my coach's highlights, honestly, from when he was up. So you could say I model my game after him too.
I like that. And then, do you have a favorite NBA player that you kind of watch? You said you changed, but I didn't hear you.
I say two. I say Anthony Edwards and Steph Curry. That's two.
Two exciting guys, man. Now, do you have does Nazareth have a favorite pregame song that they've been listening to this year? Any pump up song? What song is that?
Slow Down by Lil Baby. It been our song for since 10th grade, right?
3 years.
My 10th grade year.
Keeping it going. I like that. What's the best piece of advice coach has given you this year?
This year, it's hard to pinpoint one, honestly. I mean, it's hard to pinpoint one. I mean, it's been so many things that have stuck to me that it would be a crime to choose just one. It would be a crime to choose just one, honestly.
Listen, I appreciate that. That's a very political, professional answer. I know Coach.
He's ready for the big time. He already ready for the big time.
I know. He's a fan favorite. He's been dealing with this stuff. I know. So who's the best gamer at Nazareth, and what's the game you guys have been playing? You guys a 2K team? What do you guys play?
We a 2K team, but I'm a Madden player. Like because I used to play football when I was younger. I'm a Madden player, but our best 2K player is not even on the team. It's our manager.
Really?
Wow.
Shout him out.
It was very controversial though, because I don't really play 2K, but when I do play, I beat him sometimes. But
yeah, so you can get the champ, but not not a full-time 2K. What's your team in Madden?
I used to play with Kansas. I still play with Kansas City, even though they lost the amount of people they lost. That don't really matter to me. I still play with Kansas City.
What position did you play when you played? Quarterback, running back,
safety.
Woo! You already know. I go crazy.
Who loves the QBs, man?
That's right. Listen, I play football too, so
It's
people
like
think I went to Lincoln to play basketball. I went to Lincoln to play football. So definitely, no wonder you so tough, bro. You don't back down for nobody. That's dope.
All right, who gets the team the most hyped in the pregame or in the locker room?
I would say two people. I would say Tyshawn Trammell and Shiloh Preston. Definitely, they're both high energy guys.
Shout out both of those guys, by the way.
No doubt.
Always love when Coach subs both of them in. They're a lot of fun.
That's right. Shiloh, man, they got some. Nazareth's gonna be good for a long time, bro.
Yeah.
Whew.
100%. And I know you got Coach next to you, and you may take some heat, but who does the best Coach Ervin impression? And where does it happen, Coach?
Yeah, I need to hear this. I need to hear this.
In practice, in the locker room, on the bus. Where do you guys go at Coach a little bit?
All the time. It's me.
Everybody. You do the best. You do the best Coach Ervin impression.
Yes. 100%.
AJ, I could watch those stares at the table and the refs all day, man. Coach has me cracking up watching him work the sidelines. I can't imagine what you do to Coach with those impressions, man.
Don't worry. Soon I got y'all with a video.
Man, please send it to us. Please send it to us.
With a video.
That'll be dope.
Listen, I mean, AJ Moody, also a podcast professional. You can put that on the resume as well. Thanks so much for coming on, Pooh. Let this guy know how important he is to you in the city, man, because he's special.
Listen, again, I watched this kid ever since he was in 7th grade, playing with Con and those guys, man, and you see these guys coming up, and you like, you want to see what the end product looks like, and now I'm getting to see what his end product is developing to, because he's not even finished.
Yeah,
the AJ that we saw in the beginning years, not the AJ we seeing right now.
Correct.
So definitely super proud of him, man, and let y'all know that you guys have been. We've been on here 53 minutes. Everybody else is like half an hour. So definitely, man, it was definitely worth it, man. I was glad we had got you on, especially you and Coach Ervin, man. Keep doing great things. Keep making New York City proud. Keep making us proud, man, because we definitely proud of you, brother.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all for having us.
No doubt.
Anytime, my man. Good luck the rest of the way. Can't wait to follow your journey and kill it this playoffs, all right? Go Nazareth, man.
We'll be back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And we'll be there. We'll be at the school before the season's over. We coming, G. We coming.
Don't worry, Coach. We'll give you some more bulletins, more material.
Nah, look, don't give it to me. Give it to them.
There you go. There you go.
I have my time, right? I have my time.
No doubt.
Coach, I know you're going to be one of the first comments. It's all right. I know it's coming, baby.
Nah, it's all fun and love, right? But sometimes
that's right.
That's just my sense of humor. If somebody take it as something else, that's why sometimes I might write something. I'm like, nah, because people think they don't know me, right? They just know me as that person that is so passionate about what he do on the court that I don't even understand who I am off the court, right? And to get to know me is to love me, right? And that's why I have so much respect from my peers and people outside, right? It's not because of what I'm doing on the basketball court. It's just because of who I am as a person.
No doubt.
Appreciate y'all for having us, though, man. I definitely do.
No doubt.
Anytime, Coach. Good luck the
Appreciate
rest
you.
of the way, guys.
Thank
Yes,
you.
sir. Coach Ervin A.J. Moody. You heard? Nazareth High School. Coach,
I mean,
that
listen,
was awesome. That was
if
awesome.
you think that Coach Ervin is a bully or a jerk for those comments, like he said, you don't know this guy. He's got so much passion. The kids love him. And Coach, keep them coming, man. It cracks me up, all of it, man. Coach Ervin's one of my favorites. So he's special in my book. So happy to have him on. And the development of AJ Moody, like you said, into a passer and a pure point guard has been special to watch. And that's why he's got one of those all league spots locked up, baby.
No doubt, no doubt. And listen, definitely had to put him in this new top 20 list, man, because he definitely earned it. Not say he didn't earn it before, but you like to see
champs, man.
the maturation of a player, right? It's all about the maturation of a player and what he's bringing to the table. So definitely.
Yeah, just remember, we were so high. Christ the King was on fire. I mean, the battle of the BQ. Zavarian made their run. St. Francis Prep, an unbelievable Cinderella type run all the way to the top, and
That's
Nazareth
a fact.
just hanging around, and the Kingsmen take the BQ. It's super impressive. And just to go over the standings, Pooh. Before I know we're gonna give some PSAL love before we get out of here, right?
Uh-huh.
Or no. But
Yes.
Double A in the BQ. Nazareth 1, St. Francis Prep 2, CTK, Zavarian, Holy Cross, Malloy, and Bishop Lockman at the bottom. With Stepanek, Hayes, St. Ray's, Iona, Scanlon, Mount, and St. Peter's to round out the AAA. And just to hit it quick, St. John's Prep 1, Farrell 2, St. Joe's by the Sea, number 3, Silesia 4, Fordham Prep 5, Xavier 6, St. Edmund 7, McClancy 8, and Moore Catholic 9. And I got some B too. Cathedral 1, LaSalle 2, Spellman up to 3, Regis 4, Kennedy Catholic 5, Cristo Rey 6, and Sacred Heart 7. That's your Catholic League standings at the moment.
No doubt. And in the Staten Island, Staten Island got and they got their championships going on, their borough championships going on, and St. Joseph by the Sea beat Susan Wagner 64-40, and our guy Nick Rabraka had 23 points.
Monster! Shout out Slick Nick and Coach Cortez, baby! What a win by C.
No doubt. And hold on. Want to make sure I got this right. Christian Charles led Benjamin Banneker. I went to the Benjamin Banneker game. They played Transit Tech.
Wow.
And oh boy, they got some surprises for some people. They got some great guards. They got some nice big man in the middle.
Were you shocked? Were you shocked they dropped 90 points?
No, not really. Not really. I know what Coach Jackson brings to the table all the time. Yeah. They always have a great team. They won the city championship last year, so I know they're always going to be restocked and reloaded. Christian Charles led the way with 26 points. And Dalton Jones, another guy who we saw play last year, was there. I want to make sure that I got him. Hold on. I told him to leave their numbers. They left their phone numbers.
I had a kid. I asked for his number to get in touch with a college coach the other day, and he said, "I'm number 21."
Right. Dalton had 2, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 17 points. So they were the two leaders of Benjamin Banneker today when I watched them play. And Transit, they played well, man, but too many mistakes, a lot of fouls. I think Benjamin Banneker shot 17 foul shots.
Wow.
Yeah. So, you could never win making those many fouls. It's a lot of fouls. Achievement First won as well. Hold on. I want to make sure they didn't have any scores.
And just remind everyone what this is for. This is for the
Burrows. This is
Borough.
for the Burrows. Yep. This is for the Burrows right now. So
Excellent.
wow, Bedford Academy beats Brooklyn College Academy. So they'll be playing Eagle. Whew. Jesus.
Now, Pooh, do we do predictions for the Boroughs? What do you think? Too early?
No, I think Eagle should win this. I think he come down to Eagle and Jeff again.
For Brooklyn?
But yeah, but look, tomorrow, I may just go to this game just to see Westerhouse plays Canarsie.
Ooh.
That is going to be tough. That's a 4 and 5 matchup right there. Yeah.
And that's a hot Westinghouse team, man. Canarsie better be ready.
Yeah. Yeah. They beat the Franklin J.M. School. They beat the Franklin J.M. School today, 57-39. Bedford Academy beat Brooklyn College Academy, 62-44. Achievement First spanked Adams Street Academy, 81-59. They play against Jefferson tomorrow. And Banneker plays against South Shore after beating Transit Tech 80-90. Let's check around let's check Queens School to see what's happening.
Listen, South Shore fans been on my case since I dropped my rankings. So let's see what you got, man. Don't look past Banneker, man.
Hey, listen, again, those rankings are before they understand. Those rankings are before the boroughs, right? So I'm gonna drop mine tomorrow and let people know I was supposed to drop it today. I may just drop it tonight, because it's everything up to the boroughs, right? We don't want to count the boroughs into that because it'll be unfair. But okay, Forest Hills had a bye, and Bayside played against Townsend Harris. Bayside edged them 57-55. Van Buren rolling. Van Buren is rolling 68-55 over Lane.
Shout out to Van Buren boys, baby.
They've been playing well all year. And Francis Lewis will be playing High School of Teaching because High School of Teaching beat American Studies. Far Rockaway beat Scholars Academy 69-40. So Far Rockaway will be playing against Eagle Queens. Eagle Queens.
They're my top 20, man. They're number 20, man. They better make me look good because the Edison people, the Far Rock people, a lot of people upset with my rankings, man.
Listen, you're not going to make everybody happy. You know what it is.
You're of course, Ervin heard he brought it up, man, and I thought he'd be happy he's up there. I did it before they played prep, though, to be fair. I did it before they played prep.
Yeah.
That was a big win.
All right, Fannie Lou beat South Bronx because we up in the Bronx now. Eagle Academy got the bye, and they'll be playing against Fannie Lou because Fannie Lou beat South Bronx 73-69.
Does anybody give them a game in the borough?
Who's that?
Eagle Bronx.
No.
Who's the second toughest team in the BX that you like?
We'll see. Who do I got? Wings, and they blew Wings up by 50 last time, so we'll see.
That's potential, but I don't know, man. I think Eagle BX is just loaded.
It's too much. Nobody's gonna beat them out there. They're gonna be Bronx champs again.
Their 2-3 guys off the bench would be tougher than a lot of team starters, man.
It's too much.
I agree.
Bronx Science beat hold on. Bronx Science, they don't have that score up.
Okay.
Truman got a pass. South Bronx. South Bronx Prep got a bye. They'll be moving to play against Columbus. Columbus beat Mauritania 65-53. And Evander Childs and Longwood Prep Academy. No score yet, but whoever wins that game will play against Wings. Ooh. All right. And Manhattan, let's see if they got any scores up there. Wow, there you go. P.E. Sutton School, the Percy Sutton Educational Campus School beat East Roosevelt 70-53. They've been playing very well. I definitely got to get up there and watch them play. They've been doing very well this year. Thurgood Marshall moved in there. We playing Seward Park. Seward Park beat Beacon 63-50.
Ooh.
All right. And those are the only scores that we have in right now in Washington Heights. We'll play against Frederick Douglass or Pace.
And
So
who do you like? Who do you like in that kind of borough to be in that like championship game potentially?
Maybe Brandeis and Washington Heights or Percy Sutton, but but Brandeis will have to play against Percy Sutton in the semifinals.
Oh,
so
really?
I'm saying Brandeis versus Washington Heights or FDA. I mean, or TMA. Thurgood Marshall.
How crazy would that be if it was Washington Heights, man? That'd be big.
Yeah, that would be huge.
Right? I mean, it's been
That would be
TMA
huge.
for a little while, right?
Yeah.
Be big for Banneker too. I mean, Brandeis too, man. I mean, they got all the tools to get there this year.
Man,
Got it.
they struggled, then they bounced back, and then now I think they're playing their best basketball. So, let's see. Let's see. Before we get out of here, guess people a sneak peek of what's going on right now. Yeah, we got some things cooking, baby. We got some things cooking.
I like that.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna
Also,
drop this tonight.
I
Go
want to
ahead.
shout out my guy, Jada Swan, offer from UCF this week.
Oh yes, definitely
Let's
saw
go,
that.
Jada.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Come on, man.
who
we're not
wants all the
playing.
smoke? There should just be smoke coming off this flyer, man.
We're not playing. We're not playing. We're not playing. Stepping at number 1, Eagle Brooklyn 2, Eagle Academy Bronx 3, Thomas Jefferson 4, Nazareth 5, St. Francis Prep 6, Cardinal Hayes 7, Christ the King 8, Forest Hills 9, Zavarian 10, Iona Prep 11, Holy Cross 12, St. Raymond's 13, St. John's Prep 14, Brandeis 15, South Shore 16, 17, Canarsie 18, Susan Wagner 19, Weston House, and 20, Eagle Academy Queens. Now, it's going to be a lot of people saying, yo, but, St. Joe's by the sea beat
Wagner, man.
Right, but this is before. This is way before. This is way before. We had this way before. I just didn't drop it.
Listen, just make sure you put your @ underneath, all right? At Pooh Harding. Find you can hit him back for these comments.
and the top 20 will be coming soon. I'm not gonna let that out the gate yet. And then
a little sneak preview. Hoping you got the screenshots out, boys.
Yeah. Coach of the year coming, you know what I'm saying? And we made, we're gonna do 6th man of the year. And
Penny may
next
be in
year,
charge of our coach of the year selection.
And then next year we'll do a freshman of the year. So every year we'll add on another, selection. Yeah.
And listen, like I said on my post, I want to see NYC. Listen, Rossline, I'm talking more than just guards. I want to hear who's the best wing defender, who's the best center, who's the best big man defensively. I hear all the Dockery love that Dockery's the best defender in the city. I want to hear who else people think can defend in New York City. Who's the best defender, Pooh?
That's tough. I was gonna say Doc.
I know.
I was gonna say
He's
Doc.
incredible.
Yeah, him or his partner Lee Robinson, definitely. I don't think no one has impressed me more as far as on the ball defender like Halon Rollins.
Yeah,
he's like one of the best on ball defenders, and then away
Like
from the
Veer
ball.
Anthony, right? Veer
Right, Veer
Anthony.
Anthony, you know what I'm saying? Then Jada Swan off the ball,
Yeah.
right? So, you know,
Not a lot of defensive calling cards out there in this year's.
nah. Nobody's stepping up to stop anyone. Yeah, they beat Jeff. Okay, fine. They beat Jeff. Fine.
I know that.
Everybody's like, yo, if I beat Jeff, I need to be up on a no. It's who
Now,
you
does
lost to.
beating Jeff outweigh a 50-point loss to Canarsie?
Right. Or losing to Brandeis. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, easy.
And that's when we watched South Shore. I mean, unfortunately for them, we watched some of their worst basketball in the beginning of the year. And, you know, Coach has been so appreciative of our support. We love the Vikings. They've really bounced back. The fact that they're in the top 20 convo after what we saw in the beginning of the year is a miracle. But they are one of the hot teams. I think they have a good chance to move up throughout the rankings, throughout the playoffs.
Yeah, and they lost to Lincoln. Yep, Jeff lost to Lincoln. Fine. But look at who they beat, right? The Cardinal Hayes, the Nazareth. We talking about, you know, it's who they beat, right?
I just say what team has a player who would have 40 plus and only lose to 10, the Eagle BK?
Right.
What team could do that?
Right.
You know, I mean that's what Jeff did. I mean, Jeff gave them one of their best games. You know, I don't know.
Hey, but listen, we're not here to explain to everybody. We appreciate you. Thank you, Rodney Johnson. Thank you. We appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Look,
it's always a good debate.
For sure. So we need to figure out a semifinal game that we're gonna go to. You know, something that makes sense. I may go because I wanted to go to the Fordham Prep St. John's prep game tomorrow, but it starts at 4:15, and I won't get there in time.
Yeah,
it's at Fordham Prep. You know what I'm saying? So tomorrow, I may go out to Canarsie just to see Weston House because I haven't seen them play yet.
Be a good game, man. I mean, there's a lot of good games, a lot of good action. You know, it's funny you brought up the St. John's prep game. Coach Kiggin said, you know, they got their bulletin board material from our Capfer interview. They're all fired up and ready to go.
I can imagine.
Rye, who committed and was a great interview. Should be a great game on Tuesday. And like you said, the Canarsie Westinghouse, another excellent matchup of two teams that we have a ton of respect for. So a lot of action Tuesday going on for sure, man. It's playoffs, baby. It's right around the corner.
Playoffs time, baby. Playoff time is, you know, the boroughs, you still survive, but when the city playoff starts, it's lose, it's win or go home. That's it. That's it.
And, you know, you hear it when you watch our show, a guy like AJ Moody, who's been fantastic and is on one of the top teams in New York, still has a decision to make. It just shows you the landscape of how crazy things are for even players who has in his top 20, top 15 maybe, you know, like it's so wild how many kids have to take different routes. And, you know, I believe in AJ Moody. I can't wait to see the route that he takes. Other guys are going to have to do the same thing. It's just this landscape, Pooh. It's how it is, man. It's wild.
Look, and people got to understand, you know, you don't jump into the top 20 and jump ahead of everybody else who've been there, right? It's still a process and our rules, all right?
Now listen, like him or love him. Some top 100 attached to him, man. He's big time, all right? He's big time. And I want to shout out, you know, like we shout out Coach Ervin, also want to shout out our guy at stepping at Coach Maz. Another perfect season at winning the NY side. Tremendous job. Coach Kiggins, I mentioned, winning the A. And Cathedral Prep, man, a monster year in the B. 10-2, really dominated. I mean, their guy is probably going to win MVP. I mean, just a special year at Cathedral Prep. So shout out all the winning coaches for taking down the regular season leagues. No doubt.
No doubt. Y'all know what it is. Hey, look, we'll be back on Friday. All right, we'll be back on Friday if no crazy games happen and something is scheduled. We'll definitely be back on Friday. Glad you guys is patient with us on this special Monday with Nazareth, Coach Ervin, and AJ Moody as our guests. Have some fun with those guys. And everybody else, man, keep doing what y'all doing, man. Keep doing what y'all doing. Great win by Banneker. Salute to Benjamin Banneker. Showing me so much hospitality. Appreciate you guys. Coach Jackson, keep doing your thing, man. Keep doing your thing.
Coach. Keep going, baby.
No doubt.
Basketball head, see you guys next Friday. If we see you out, say what's up. Listen, guys, it's playoff time. It's do or die. All right, let's go. Put on a show.
Yes, sir. We are out.
Stay warm, everybody. Peace.
Peace.